Live from Linguini's base of operations, today we will be diving into productivity challenges, why I didn't finish a minimalism challenge featuring GlacierRockShinobi, my thoughts on the black and white challenge, and a quote. So you're going to want to stay tuned for the dough. See you on the flip side.
You are now listening to Linguinis Dough.
Alright, so would you like to introduce yourself? I started recording, by the way. But would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, it's the almighty GlacierRockShinobi. He is back on the show once again. You will
Third time's the charm, right?
Third time's the charm. Yes, definitely, and I am very honored to be here as always. You will all forget that I exist once again as soon as you are done listening.
Alright, so remember back in January, and I was like, you want to do this minimum challenge? And then I think it's safe to say both of us didn't finish it at all.
No, well, yeah, total. yeah. I couldn't really keep up I couldn't keep up because there was just so many things that just flew to my mind, and I was just like, I'll put it off for tomorrow. Yeah, I'll put it off for tomorrow.
And then at a point, it's like, oh gosh. For those that don't know, the challenge was get rid of one item on the first day, 2 on the second day, 3 on the third day, and so forth for 30 days. Kind of a ridiculous challenge, in my opinion. Sounded more interesting.
Yeah, So as soon as I went over to Colorado to actually do some snowboarding with my dad and his friend and his kids and my brother, apparently, I did tell my dad that I was doing like the minimalist challenge and everything, but he was giving me some pretty good points on why I shouldn't be worrying about that stuff as of now, because I haven't had to I haven't started having to face like actual like adult life. As much as I'm an adult, I have not reached the point where I actually have to worry about that kind of thing just yet, because I don't have my own home or anything. And he was also telling me that he isn't really a fan of the idea of getting rid of Lego sets because of how expensive they are, and how
Oh my goodness, they're ridiculous.
it is true. Little pieces of plastic that all come in a one box.
Oh, we
It's
love
just
them.
crazy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we love them. So yeah, I thought that was a good point. As much as I don't really use them anymore, I may keep them for certain purposes. Of course, definitely, they may stay with me for whatever may come in the future.
They're very valuable. Like, you have them as a child, and you're just like, you're like an adult now, and you're just like, oh.
They certainly are valuable. They did play a big part of my life, so I might as well just treat them. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here at this point.
So my question is, because for me, the minimalism challenge, sounded very interesting at first. Like, to me, I was like, oh, it's an efficient way to get rid of things I didn't use anymore. It became more quote unquote minimalistic. Why did it sound interesting to you?
Well, yeah, I thought about that for the same reason. You'd just be happier once you feel like you just have less to worry about. Because
Mm-hmm.
once you have all that in front of your face, you're just thinking to yourself subconsciously. It's just like, am I missing out? Like, should I be doing this with that? Should I be doing this with that? Because as far as I know, it hasn't really grabbed my appeal like head on, and I haven't really been able to think about any good reason to actually be doing anything with it.
So I guess we already kind of talked about it. Why we stopped the challenge. For me, because I got 20 days in, which I don't even know how I did that far. But for me, there was a point where I realized, I was like, I'm getting rid of stuff I actually care for. Um, I realized what I can't even say that word, but I realized what it is for me, and just there's just a lot of what do you call it?
Like the stress or something of having like feeling like you have to do it, or just I don't.
Well, yeah, there's the stress of feeling like you have to do it, and then just I didn't think it was minimalism getting rid of everything, because what I learned from it was that minimalism to me was uh just keeping and using stuff you value and maybe use pretty frequently. And at by day 20, I was just getting rid of like stuff I might use, or like I didn't use a lot, but I still kind of used it. At that point, I was like, this isn't minimalism. This is just spring cleaning.
Right, right. So yeah, so I think under the right circumstance, then yes, it's definitely going to help you out. But it but if you're still just trying to figure out your life, and just if you're just at the beginning and you just don't really have a reason to get rid of anything just yet, then I would probably hold my horses right now.
Yeah, no need to rush into it. Just go as you please. Um,
Certainly, yeah. Like so I just might get back to it once I actually have moved out of my family's house.
mm-hmm. But my question is, would you consider it to be minimalism, or would you consider it to be like just a spring cleaning type of thing?
It's like a cleaning type of thing. It's the equivalent as if I were, well, for me, I didn't even get that far in. I only got like 3 days in, and most of that was just basically taking out trash and recyclables, which wasn't really
Mm-hmm.
anything.
The stuff you really
Yeah,
needed to
not
get
really
rid
stuff I
of.
had to get rid of. It wasn't even really stuff. It was just trash and recyclables.
um, yeah, I felt like in a sense by just in a sense it kind of could bring more stress doing that challenge than it did relieve stress.
Yeah, it definitely did. Because once I got to day 5, I was just like, this is such a mess. I think also going to Colorado just kind of threw me off.
Yeah, you're like I'm not gonna do this while I'm here, and then your dad talked to you about like he had a good reason.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I have a great dad. He's always willing to just help me out when it comes to things in life.
Mm-hmm. If you were to modify this challenge, how would you do it?
If I were to modify it, geez, I don't even know, honestly.
Just don't do it.
I don't really think there is a way of modifying minimalism. It's
That's true.
either, yeah, it's either you become a hoarder or you seek control over what you're buying, of whether you need it or not, and
Mm-hmm.
whether or not it's the end of the world if you do buy it or not.
Yeah. For me personally, if I were to change it, it would have been like get rid of the stuff you just don't use anymore, like you don't value, but it's been laying in your room, and then stop.
Oh yeah, like
Not a whole 30 days of whatever.
yeah, I think what really matters is just kind of being realistic and rational about your decisions in life.
Mm-hmm.
Like you like just take time to stop and think. It's like, okay, so what will be the outcome if I do this, or what will be the outcome or what I do that? If what do I really want in life, and how am I going to achieve it?
Mm-hmm.
Or or like you ask people questions. It's like, you ask people of experience, it's like, what exactly makes you happy and what did you do to achieve it? How did you figure out how to get, to make your way to that trail that is going to bring you to that very thing?
What's your secret formula, as Plankton would
What?
say?
Yeah, what's your secret formula? Yeah, that about sums it up.
Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on maybe just digital minimal? I cannot say that word for the life of me. But just like I don't know. I guess it's kind of file management in a sense, but just
Yeah,
digital.
digital minimalism. Yeah, I actually just recently got into that. It's always good to have your files organized.
Mm-hmm.
I did, yeah, I especially did that with all the like my photo and video gallery most recently. I plan to finish doing it with all my downloads as well and pressing what I do and don't need. I had
Mm-hmm.
so much unnecessary crap, but I created like a separate memory folder just to look at all the stupid stuff that just went through my mind as a crazy 18-year-old.
It's pretty much history that you're looking at.
Basically, I am pretty sure that I will eventually just want to look back at those files and just be like, gosh, I got myself into weird situations in YouTube comments
Oh man.
and did some very and just like I don't know, I would like so when I was in high school, I was very obsessed with well, not even particularly when I was in high school, but throughout teenhood, I was obsessed with doing the inspect element thing when you just change
Oh
things.
yeah.
Right, and you just change things up. Just I don't know that just doing that entertained me. So whenever I was feeling depressed, I would just make my own day just by modifying everything on the screen and making it look making it look as if like someone just went completely insane
You're like
and just
hacks.
and just the internet is just going haywire. Yeah. That would always just cheer me up. I just loved doing that so much. So
There's a
I've got a ton of screenshots of all the stupid things that went through my mind just back in the day.
back in the day for sure. Do you think minimalism can help people or you be more productive?
Oh yeah, it certainly can. Yeah, if you actually like feel like you have so much to worry about, it will definitely give you some me time. It'll make you feel like it will like put you in the mindset where you just have a ton of space to just think about other things other than things you feel like you should be worrying about, but you really don't need to be. It just
Mm-hmm.
it just it's complementary with helping yourself think.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like it. It's not for
Right.
everyone though, but yeah. Do you like it or
Right.
nah?
It's definitely, yeah. I like the idea of doing it once you just have life all to yourself
Mm-hmm.
and you're just on your own.
What type of workspaces do you work best with? I guess.
Workspaces, normally as much as I like to be partnered, I like to be on my own time. Like I don't like to be timed to do any of that because
Oh yeah.
throughout school I actually had an IEP and a 504 because yeah, I just just throughout school, throughout my school career, I just I realized that I'm just that type of person who I can't really make myself focus on things manually. I normally did things best at my own pace.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, do you want it done quick or do you want it done well? But that's not the case, though. The case is, I don't know. I just can't really seem to ever manually focus on anything that I'm not especially if I'm not interested in something. I just have complete trouble just bothering focusing on it. So it's just I'd always just stare off into space and then wait for the day to be over and then and oftentimes I would complete work if I already knew what was going on and I knew the answer to everything.
Mm-hmm. But in a sense, you were just
Just that
doing it so you had more time.
Yeah, in a sense I was just doing it so I had more free time, yes. But yeah, my brain is just constantly in auto mode. It's just kind of part of who I am, you know. It's just like it's like good luck trying to get I don't know. It's like good luck trying to get
Yeah.
my attention because really like even I have no control over that. Even in my free time, like I just let my mind just do its own thing because it's like do I really like I don't know. I've just always been that low energy type.
Mm-hmm. I know what you mean. It's complicated because it's hard to explain. It's just like,
Absolutely. Like, I don't know, very, very few people in the world have it, but, everyone's just kind of got their own kind of, I don't, yeah, I don't even know. Like, people have just got their own mindset, you know?
mm-hmm. The time frame thing. It's one of the reasons I wasn't a huge fan of math in like the like high school. It's just because the time frame they put made me end up despising doing it, even though I do think math can be interesting, despite what everyone says. I'm not very good at it, but
Right.
just having that time frame ruined it.
Right. As much as mathematics may help you out throughout life, some oftentimes there's a lot of things that you are taught in school that you won't even really be using in the future. It's just basically to make sure to prepare you for if you are going to end up in life situations where you may need those things.
Mm-hmm.
But all in all, but like soon enough you will just implant an idea in your own head thinking, what's really important for me and what should I do in order to reach where I want to be in life, like cuz obviously there are things that you can't live without like food, water, shelter.
What do you mean? No, just kidding. Uh,
you
but yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'm getting the idea you're a cyborg.
Mm. I, wa- I did watch a video about Teen Titans Go this, not Teen Titans Go, Teen Titans.
Right,
Anyways, that's,
right.
I don't want to give away my identity.
No, 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 no. I caught you in the act in that video saying breakfast for dinner. So my brother used to do that same thing.
I should have had that for dinner. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. But I should have had that for dinner. That would have been good.
My brother still does to this day. I've done it a couple times in my life, so I don't blame you. It's very, very, very. It can be enjoyable.
It really adds to when you're on a time constraint. Breakfast for dinner is where it's at.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Um, I think for the most part that was the questions I got. Do you have any questions for me? Maybe.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So what was it in particular? Like, what was your method for like getting rid of things? Supposedly, like, were you like donating things or to charity, or were you selling stuff, or what might it have been?
Well, I wanted to give it to charity. I That's a very good thing to do. I should have done it. I am extremely lazy. So 99% of the stuff went in the trash. The last 1% went to my sister or just I don't know people. Oh, I was gonna give my airsoft guns to my nephews, but they're like 6 and 4, so
Oh,
when they're
right.
older.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would not have done that. All right. Oh my gosh. Actually, my dad actually has a friend, and one of his kids actually about 10 years ago actually shot his older sister in the eye with an airsoft gun, and she had to get an eye patch. But yeah, the picture of it
Oh
was
my goodness.
but yeah, the picture was pretty insane to look at. I was just like, geez, that's the amount of damage that could be done with a single airsoft pellet. Geez.
We hand that's the kids.
I know.
Oh man.
I was 5 years old at the time, and my dad like showed me the picture of her eye after she got shot, and it looked pretty bad. So
Yeah.
it's a good thing you refrained from that.
Yeah. It's because I talked to their mom and or my sister, and
Uh,
she's like, no.
right,
I was like,
right.
yeah.
Absolutely. But I mean, yeah, even when I was a teenager, like my freshman year of high school, I was staying over at a friend's house, and they were just shooting they were shooting airsoft guns, and I don't even know what they were shooting, but so I eventually loaded one and I shot a metal flower. His
A metal flower? What?
Well, yeah, like those metal like garden decor things that.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Yeah, that
It
makes
was
sense.
like a yeah, it was like a metal sunflower, and I ended up shooting it. The airsoft pellet bounced right back and hit my friend in the shoulder, and we were at a pretty good distance. I'd say about like a fair distance of like 40 to 50 feet. But
You're like, hey.
yeah, those things are pretty dangerous. I mean, yeah, when I was 14 years old, I was friends with some just pretty not so pretty clumsy people, and well, not clumsy but reckless, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I have had my own fair share of actually getting shot by those things, and they they do not feel good.
They do not. I've been shot in my stomach one time. I deserved it. Me and my friends,
Right. Gosh.
me and my friends, we were shooting our other friend with airsoft guns, and we were the ones shooting him. We were wearing jackets. You know how they have that like fluffy space.
Right,
So we're
right.
like, this doesn't hurt. Then we're like, we'll prove it. We'll take off our jacket, and we let him shoot me. Very close distance to me.
Oh
Nice
my
little
gosh.
purple spot. I was like, oh gosh.
Right, right. Yeah, I took two shots from an AK that very day. One of them was an accident, but yeah, it was still it was just stupid in general, just not even being prepared or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I took one to the lower back and then the other one to the chest. The one to the chest, I think I still have a white spot where I actually got hit.
You're literally scarred for life.
Literally scarred for life. Thanks a lot.
uh,
uh,
um, I was also gonna
those
mention
things.
I usually only threw away this stuff like every 5 to 10 days. I couldn't do it daily just because I'm brain dead half the time. So when
Right,
I had those
right.
random bursts, I did it.
Gosh, I am so lazy when it comes to like my trash can or anything. I wait for it to load up outside the brim, and then I just finally decide to just toss it out. But it's also hard
I
for me to ever want to recycle my liquid death cans just because the art on them is just so nice and they just look so nice in my room. So, but
it's
yeah,
like I can't.
I just kept the first one I ever drank out of, and then I just recycle the rest.
Ah, that's smart.
Thankfully,
That's the
they,
first.
yeah. Thankfully, they started selling them at my local Harmons, so I don't have to order them online.
That probably saves you just a little bit of money.
Oh yeah, it definitely does. Shipping's expensive. All right, cool. Yeah. Oh yeah. So, what got you thinking that you wanted to try out just doing like black and white videography and photography?
Oh, that is actually really simple. I'm actually going back to color on April 1st. It's just for because I like to
March,
challenge
right,
myself.
right, right. Yeah, that's cool and unique. You're just doing a challenge for every month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Uh,
I actually had kind of a similar idea to that. I was I didn't film anything for February, but yeah, what my whole plan is I'm trying to do is I'm trying to just film like a couple things each month and then see what kind of movie I get out of it at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah.
How every month I film something and then see what kind of movie I get out of it by the end of the year. Calling it the just calling it year of 2021.
Mm-hmm. 2021 in the making.
Right, right. I couldn't find a better way to express myself than video diary.
Mm-hmm. Those videos are actually really fun to make. With my Sloth Motions channel, every year I've made like a 2019, 2020. Wait, no. I died in 2020. 2017, 2018, 2019 memories video.
Right,
And
right,
it's
like
just
a
so fun looking
compilation.
back.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually used to do that. I did that back in 2013, but but then yeah, I didn't like the idea of using the YouTube video editor after a while as the quality of my videos increased. So I was just like, whatever, compilation, compilation. But
Upload.
of course it is always fun looking back as I absolutely. Yeah, and so yeah, oh yeah, I did have a question about the mountain photography as well. Like every sunset, I believe you take a picture of the Wasatch Fault.
Yes. So with that, by the way, I'm so excited to be posting that in color on April 1st. I'm uploading this episode of Linguinis Dough on the 31st,
Right.
and I've already made the thumbnail for it. Basically, it transitions into color, and then my photos will be in color.
Awesome.
But the reason I started doing that was because I just really like the sunset, and I'm actually at work when the sun rises, so I couldn't do it then. But for the sunset, I was like, I can do that, and it looks beautiful. I have this nice view in my room, and it's like, screw it, I'm just gonna start doing this every day.
That's awesome. Yeah, I actually I'm at the I don't know. I'm right by the point of the mountain actually. So when I look out my window, I'm not sure if you've been to Lehigh before, but yeah, it's definitely just got you can see where like the people like to do paragliding, I believe it's called.
Oh yeah, I think I've
Yeah.
been to it. It's been a while, but I'm 99% sure I've been in Lehigh before.
Right. So yeah, oftentimes I just look out my window and people are just paragliding it away.
They're like, wee. You
Uh,
could photograph them. No, I'm just
that's
kidding.
oh my gosh, yeah. I can only imagine if I just photographed him for no good reason. God.
Oh, Lehigh's right by Thanksgiving Point.
Yeah, yeah, right there. It's I'm pretty close to that area, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
the other day, me and my best friend actually, we were going on a hike to Fox Canyon. I think I did tell you that on Instagram, but
Oh yeah, you
yeah,
did. I
recent,
remember.
most recently we both went to the Museum of Ancient Life, and I did film some stuff from when we were at the Sensei Trail to Fox Canyon, but yeah, we just decided to leave because it was booming thunder, but
Oh yeah,
we
better be safe.
yeah, so I decided that we would just go back once the weather just gets really warm.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that, we just decided to go to the Museum of Ancient Life, and I decided not to take my camera with me just so I can just enjoy the time at the museum, and we just took panoramas on our phones, and
Enjoying the moment is a very important thing as like an artist or
absolutely. Sometimes the camera can really be a distraction, and it just feels like you're just there for the sake of filming things rather than enjoying your time there as well.
mm-hmm. It's like one of the hardest almost. Anyways, I think in terms of the podcast, that's where I'll end this episode. Unless you have any more questions.
Nah, think we're I think we're good.
Cool. So yeah, thanks for having us on. You should explain what liquid death is. Your channel one more time. Then we'll end this segment and go to the next one.
So yeah, just search me up in the search bar on YouTube at GlacierRock, youtube.com/user/GlacierRockShinobi. I do a bunch of meaningless content, but I hope you enjoy nonetheless. I just create stuff for the sake of creation, so that's your thing. It's right up your alley.
Like it.
Liquid death, mountain water. Not much more I can say about it other than it's water, and I can guarantee you it will murder your thirst.
Wait, you said it's at your local Harmon's, right?
Yeah, it's at my local Harmon's.
I should check and see if mine has it.
Cool.
Anyways, thanks, Glacier Rock Shinobis. I'm gonna end.
Thank you for having me,
Yes, sir.
as always.
See you guys in the next one.
Boss!
Wow, that piece of dough was really interesting. Moving on, we're going to mix the dough with a quote. You can be the best strawberry ice cream in the world, but some people still prefer chocolate. By Hybrid Calisthenics. I believe it's a YouTuber, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not exactly sure, but it's there. It's on the list. I feel like this quote sums up my customer service experience just in a nutshell. Like when you read that, that's all you need to know. Like people will choose McDonald's even though I feel like we aren't great with customer support or we aren't great with how quick we are a lot of the time. And a lot of people go there regularly and they obviously can see that. But they still choose us. I do think we're a little bit cheaper than a few other places, but I don't think we do as good of a job. And we're not like significantly cheaper. We're just cheaper, if that makes sense. I also feel like this quote kind of applies to people with careers. Some people are really good at what they do, but they don't market themselves. They don't get themselves out there. And the people that do the marketing and like show people that they're worthy of getting paid for their work, they might only be all right at what they do, but at least they got to show others. And that helps them build up a client base, and that's why they might get chosen. I guess just thoughts. Also, racism. Just kidding. I like how simple the quote is, but how in depth it is in a sense. Anyway, on to the next piece of dough.
都一样的也的。We're now moving on to our next piece of dough.
My month in black and white was miserable. That's all I need to say. On to the next. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it was seriously, oh my goodness. I am so glad to be done with that. And as of recording this, there's just a few more days. Very excited to be done. So last time I did this challenge was in April of 2020. At that time, I had schoolwork and more just on my to-do list in general. So social media and my phone and my computer, they were all distractions. And it made it easier to get my work done if I didn't want to use those. So then I was like, I'll try this black and white method. And I've heard about it before, or that's when I first heard about it. And I tried it. And surprisingly, I decently liked it. I mean, I didn't like it, but like, I actually felt like it was productive in a sense. I don't feel like that was the same this time around, but that's just because it's different now. Now I work like 50 to 60 hours a week. So just coming home with everything in black and white, it's not that exciting. I don't know. I don't feel like I just really got anything good out of this challenge in general this time, which is fine. I tried it and I feel like that's what matters. I will not be doing it again. Well, I say that and then I'll probably do it again next year. Watch. But yeah. Also, when I was doing this challenge, I had a couple cheat periods. You know how like when you're dieting or fasting, you have a couple cheat days. Yeah. I had a couple of those when I got a new phone and when I got a new laptop. For those days that I got those, I just put it in color just for that device though. That I mean, who wants their new device to be in black and white? So I wasn't going to do that. But yeah, I feel like this time doing this challenge, it made me not want to game. Previously, there was a Travis Scott event in Fortnite, and I thought it looked phenomenal. Even though I did it in black and white, I still thought it was phenomenal. And then, like, I beat Doom in black and white, if I'm not mistaken. And I won't even open Doom Eternal or open Rocket League because it's in black and white now. Like, I'm like, no, if I'm spending my time like this, I want color. Which is weird. I don't know where that mindset came from, but like, gaming I didn't do this month because of black and white, which is surprising. I thought I'd game just fine. Like with Rocket League, it's a game I associate with color, and I'm like, I've spent money on this game. I'm not gonna just go look at it in black and white. So, I mean, I guess I spent money on my computer and I'm in black and yeah. Anyways, so just kind of what it was like. I also did this challenge at the same exact time I decided to get rid of my desks, like bring them to the basement. Oh man, did that make this challenge even worse. I'd be sitting on the floor with a black and white screen and I'm like, I don't want to use my computer, but that's all I want to do right now. And there's, oh my goodness, it was terrible. And then eventually I brought my desk to my closet. That definitely made me like using my computer a little bit more, but it was still very uncomfortable. So eventually I brought 2 of my desks in my room, and then I left 1 in the basement. And I still didn't want to do anything because I was just, black and white. It's such a depressing color, dude. Like, you think it's fine, and then you realize, no, it's annoying. Well, for me, I don't think it was that much of a problem. But I know anyone else, as soon as they see my device, they're like, why is it in black and white? And I'm like, just a challenge. And they're like, you're weird. So yeah, I personally probably will not be doing this challenge again, like ever. I think after doing this time, I've just wanted the month to be over, just wanted it to be April. I want my free time to be something I can enjoy, or like, I like to be productive in my free time, but this was not the way. This is not the way that made productivity enjoyable. It did not make gaming enjoyable. It just made everything so bare and like drove me insane. Like when I went on those little cheat periods, I'm like, wow, this looks amazing. It does make you appreciate the color blue specifically and just color in general. So I'll give it that. It does make you want to use your device less, kind of. But when you're in the mode of procrastinating, you're in the mode for procrastinating. When you're in the mood for being productive, you're in the mood for being productive. It's not like black and white changes that. And that's one of the flaws, I think, with thinking this method will make me more productive. So yeah, those are just my thoughts on it. I'm not doing it again. I'm glad it's over. Well, let's see. Today's the 26th. Yeah, I have like 5 more days. I'm so close. Next Thursday. And today's Friday. Is that 5 days? I don't really know. Well, I don't know. Okay, I'm just ready to be done with this challenge. So, on that note, my challenge for April is something actually that I think will actually help productivity and is actually going to be something enjoyable. And it was so simple that I can't go wrong with it. It'll be a good recovery for black and white. So, for the month of April, I'm going to be putting to wake up on my to-do list every morning, or like the night before. I'll put it on, and then, that way I start my day. I woke up, get that off the list, I'm set. I feel like sometimes we take waking up for granted. I mean, we can die at any time. So if you're dead, you can't really be productive. I don't think it matters about being productive if you're dead or if you're on the edge of death. But I feel like it's just a good, healthy way to start the day. But yeah, sometimes we say in the day, we're like, I didn't get anything done today, nothing productive. And you woke up. That's one thing you did. You took a shower. That's another thing. That you've already done 2 things. So that's just to help the mindset of just getting stuff done. Like, you've actually done stuff, so might as well do more, right? That's just a mindset thing. So I'm excited to try that challenge versus the black and white. So I'm so ready to be done with that. I'm not doing that again. This month was... So anyway, we're going to go to the last piece of dough. or the ending segment, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so the guests in this episode are GlacierRockShinobi. I'll put a link in the description of wherever you're watching this if I can. And if you have any ideas for the podcast, just let me know and we could probably talk about it. And if you'd like to be a guest, I'd love to have you on. So guests make it way more interesting. And if you're wondering what Linguinis Dough is, this is where we start with a piece of dough, which is a base ingredient, and we build from that. And we can really be talking about anything. I do try to keep the dough baked at a consistent level of productivity, but it can be rolled around from time to time. The voice actor in this video is user/Lendry from Reddit, spelled Lendry. Go check him out if you want a reliable voice actor. The songs used in this podcast are Slug Love 87, Go On Going, Charanagoes, Digital Memories, and Witness. All of those from the YouTube library. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next piece of dough.